And welcome to Zone Coverage, brought to you by the Youngstown Clothing Company. Let's get it to DJ Yoakley, Sam Torres, and Greg McAfee.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Zone Coverage Week 9, live from East Palestine High School, Reed Memorial Stadium. I call it home, and so does the guy over on the far left, the head coach of the East Palestine Bulldogs, Mr. Michael Dempster, who we'll get to in just a moment. But first, we introduce the guys that are with us each and every week, the voice of God himself, Mr. Rob Johnson, who is entering his last week with us in this. Oh, okay, we got a camera over here. All right, thanks, Rob. Appreciate you. Entering his last week with us here. So, Rob, hey, tip of the cap to you, man. It was awesome. Thank you for the ride this week or this year, and certainly making all the trips all over God's green earth for Zone Coverage. We also have the one, the only man who appreciates this weather, ladies and gentlemen, Sam Torres.
Yes. Bring on the fall, baby.
And of course, we have the professor, the prophet, the one and only Mr. Greg McAfee. What's up, G?
How we doing, guys?
We're wonderful because we are in Bulldog country, ladies and gentlemen. We had this date circled on the calendar, as many people do this time of year, and none more than the guy we bring in to lead off our show tonight, right here on Zone Coverage, presented by Youngstown Clothing Company. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the head coach of the 7-1 East Palestine Bulldogs, Mr. Michael Dempster. Coach, how are you?
Fantastic. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
No, we enjoy having you. Obviously, a season that when you look at this, kind of easier to look back, but life
Sure.
has always lived forward. Did you see this coming? I mean, what you guys have gone through and sitting here 7-1, did you see this coming?
I knew this group could be special, and I knew this group had a great work ethic. And as long as they found the leadership that we were able to find, I knew they could be successful. So to be sitting here at 7-1, I don't know necessarily that maybe we thought that, maybe we didn't.
Yeah.
But I knew this group was going to be a successful group, yes.
The leadership. How did that, I mean, that's like, no pun intended, because I know it's Columbiana week, but you're building the plane in the air kind of this year. Walk me through how the leadership emerged on this team.
Well, we always have our guys vote for captains. I think it's important that their peers pick the captains. And so, once the captains are picked, and they were picked back in August, we kind of start to tutor them. Now, they had great examples last year, fortunately, with 10 great seniors that we had that had great leadership. But it's just every teachable moment that you have that you can teach them how to be better leaders, how to do things the right way, how to, fix things when they're broken, how to hold guys accountable on their own so it never gets to the coach's office. Those are always learned things. And I think the two seniors that you'll have here, Zachary and Avery, our two senior captains, have done an exceptional job of stepping up, along with junior Peyton Rutledge as well. So the three of them have really, they've formed a good bond, and they have definitely grown as our leaders this season, and I'm very proud of them.
Is it a feel thing? Like when you're a parent, you feel kind of like when you need to help your kid or stand them back up, and when you can walk away and let them pick themselves up. Is it a feel thing for a coach too when you're watching kids like embody leadership on the sideline?
Oh, 100%. And, and like I said, if it's a teachable moment and we can correct it, we'll correct it.
Yeah.
But when it's going right, you just let it go. You kind of sit back and smile and let it go.
This is a war, as we've called it for well over 100 years here, East Palestine versus Columbiana.
Sure.
Talk to me about, your first few years into this, how it changed you, how it changed the kind of identity of this team, and when you point to this game on the schedule every year and circle it, what it means to this community, this program.
Sure. Well, before I came here, I was actually there for 3 years.
Yeah.
So I have had the opportunity to, see both sides of this rivalry. And, being a Palestine resident and living here the last 11 years with my kids going to school here, it was easy for me to be a Bulldog. I wanted to be a Bulldog, and, I tried, for a lot of years to come here and coach, and there just wasn't that availability on the staff. I ended up at Columbiana, became good friends with Bob, and learned. I actually stole some things from him that I still use in our program today. But, I learned very quickly how much this rivalry means to everybody. And I didn't grow up in Columbiana County or East Palestine, but back at Fairless High School, we had a huge rivalry with a school called Tussall as well. And, we played for a traveling trophy as well. So the familiarity there for me was there. That all resonated for me. But to see how people here respond and, how close these two communities are, how many people know each other, how many people go back and forth between these two communities, and knowing they've played it for such a long time. And when I first got here, we hadn't had the trophy for a while, you know, and that preceded my first 2 years as well. So I know to bring it back last year kind of reignited that rivalry. And we know that, you know, they're going to be, you know, thinking about that tomorrow night when they come here to take us on as well.
Now, there was a lot of chatter about last year's game. Obviously, the highlights, the clips still running this week, which we love seeing. When you think about last year's game and what it means going into this year, now there's a lot of, you mentioned 10 graduating seniors.
Yeah.
Is there an identity of the new guys coming in saying, okay, we're proud of that, certainly, but this one's for us. This one's got the one that we want to raise the trophy for us.
Of course. I mean, last year was, I'll be honest, in my 21 years of coaching high school football, that was probably like the number one game I've been a part of, just because of the way it unfolded, the way it went back and forth, the way we went to overtime, got an interception, and then won the game. So for me, that was, you know, the way to beat Columbiana was it was pretty exceptional. But, you know, for these guys, for this senior class, as great as that win was last year, I know that they want that legacy as well. You know, and these new guys that are stepping into new roles as New Year starters, you know, they want that legacy as well, you know. So it's something, again, that's the bragging rights, you know, and then losing the trophy again during basketball season. I think the desire to bring it back home again to East Palestine again is you know, it's very real. And I know that, you know, this game just means so much to everybody involved with it, myself included.
Now, I know coaches love wins on the road, but win at home would be awful nice, and to raise that trophy here. What has this community meant to you and the support of the football program that it's had over the last few years since you've taken over?
You know, it's been amazing. This community, when we're rolling, they are behind us 100%.
Yeah.
You know, so I know, like, my first year, you know, when you turn around and you look at the bleachers and they're, you know, maybe a quarter full, you know, we weren't great. And then year two, as we started to compete more and we started to, you know, be a little more creative and fun with our jerseys, our helmets and whatnot, you know, then the stadium's half full. You know, last year you could see that there was a couple games when it was packed, but this year to be on the sidelines and to see every single game just slammed. You know, these stands are full every Friday night. You know, a couple weeks ago we went down to Southern and it was standing room only on our side as well. We had people lined all the way down the fence, and so, you know, that support is everything to us. You know, these boys feed off of that, and you know, to us, all we want to do is give this community something to be proud of. And I think in the last couple of years, these boys have done just that.
Sam Torres has a question for you.
Yeah, you know, Coach, at the beginning of every season, you know, there's always a game plan. You know, every week, every coach coaches to win 10 games.
Sure.
And that game plan changes, you know, as the year goes on. But you haven't had to change too much, I wouldn't think, going 7-1. But how much have you had to change?
Well, you know, we have a system, and our system is our system. You know, so it's the same system I brought in year 4, so it's the same plays. But we kind of tailor it to the talent that we have at the moment. So, you know, the first couple of years, we didn't throw the ball a whole lot. You know, we ran 30, 35 times a game last year because we could. And this year, Clark just gave us a different element where we could kind of open up the pass book a little more. You know, the runs are what they are, but, you know, these kids have used this system, this terminology, this verbiage for so long that there's a comfort level there with it now. So as they pick up on things and as they get better at things, we try to always make sure we're adding a few wrinkles here and there just to keep it fun, a couple trick plays here and there to keep it fun, you know, but for the most part, it's, you know, our identity is who we are. And it's always, as long as I'm here, it's who we're going to be. So, just being able to tailor it again to, you know, the talent that you have from a year to year basis, I think is the most important part. And for us going into week 1 this year, you know, we knew, you know, what Zachary was capable of. We knew what we thought, you know, Clark was capable of, I think. But the biggest, I think, surprise for us has been our receiving corps and the way that they have stepped up and forced me to spread the ball around and get it to everybody, because every one of them kids can catch. They run solid routes. They're getting yards after the catch, you know, and they're coming up in big times and doing big things for us. So for us then to have that balance now going into week 8, I think or week 9, is probably something that maybe I didn't anticipate week 1. But that's just kind of the evolution of offense from game to game and week to week.
Great.
And Coach, we kind of talked about it a little bit earlier this year when we had a chance to talk, but this defense has been solid for you guys as well.
Sure.
Just kind of what's gone into that success so far for you?
Well, I think the biggest thing is having 9 starters back, first of all. You know, returning 9 starters back on the defensive side of the ball. And we kind of thought early on that the defense would carry us because we had so many new starters on offense. So offense to come out in week 1 and you know, put up 40 points and then just be as explosive as we have. I mean, we've gone on 500 yards in a handful of games as well and scored over 50 in a handful of games. So to have that element, that's probably been the most surprising and most satisfying element, because we really anticipated the defense kind of carrying us, and the offense stepped right in and created a lot of balance. But I think having those starters back, bringing in, we brought in a new defense coordinator from Blackhawk who gave us a 4-2-5 look that's really predicated on stopping the run, and that's really been our focus, is stopping the run, because that's kind of where we struggled my first 3 years. So we made that the emphasis this year. So I think having those guys back with a new system that's kind of based around and revolved around stopping the run has made a big difference for us.
Coach, you mentioned a guy that we're going to be talking to here in a little bit in Clark Rutledge. You talk to coaches around the area, and they are just so jealous that you got number one in your backfield.
Well they should be.
To say that he's a surprise. I think everybody knew what he was capable of, but how quickly he's been able to kind of go through the maturity process that it takes to be a varsity quarterback. Can you speak to that a little bit?
When you start sophomores, and I remember my game plan going into week 1 and his first start and thinking, I'm going to give him just really high percentage throws, really simple high percentage throws just to build his confidence. And, with most of those high percentage throws, we have a vertical route that goes along with it. Well, he didn't take any of the high percentage throws. He's pushing the ball down the field right away. He's taking those vertical routes and he's throwing great balls and connecting on those. And, he's no different from any quarterback I've ever coached that wanted to throw the deep ball in that regard. But I think the thing that sets him apart, his work ethic is very intense. He is a student of the game. He really studies film. He asks so many questions. And his pre-snap reads were always one of his strengths, and he's starting to develop where his post-snap reads are coming around too now, where he's determining what's going to happen, who's going to be open before it happens, and being able to throw that ball in anticipation of that, I think, is what really sets him apart from most quarterbacks his age.
Is he just scratching the surface?
I 100% believe so, yes.
That's incredible. For you, because you call the plays, right?
Yes, sir.
So you're sitting there. What kind of relationship have you been able to build with a sophomore quarterback that maybe you've had in the past with seniors that you're like, okay, where can this go? And you've got Parker on staff as well, who's his role model since he was yay high to a grasshopper. What's that been like?
Well, for me, and I tell my quarterbacks every year when we come out, like, him and I have to have the best relationship on the field. We have to be able to communicate best. I have to know what he's thinking, and he has to know what I'm thinking. And, and it's an evolution, and it takes time. But with him and I think it's happened a lot faster than I anticipated. And I think a lot of that, again, is just because of, his ability to understand the game. His football IQ is so high, and just the amount of questions he asks. He's constantly asking me, questions about this. Coach, did you see this? Coach, what do you think about this? And, sometimes it's things I hadn't even seen or, hadn't gotten to. And so, the way that him and I have been able to work together and call plays and I trust our guys. So when they come off and he says, Coach, I like this. We need to do this. We need to play. I don't question it. I call it, And so there's a handful of plays that he will call every game too, just because it's what he has seen, it's what he's studied, and it's what he's comfortable doing. So, that relationship to me, no matter who my quarterback is the most important thing in calling plays. But for him and I, the way that it's developed so quickly has been very satisfying.
Okay.
That first time he came to you and he was like, Coach, like, there's this there, like, we should call this play. What was your reaction? I mean, sophomore quarterback coming to you with that type of insight.
I said, let's do it. Let's do it. And I'll be damned if he didn't throw a touchdown. So, it was a one and done for me. It was a one and done for me. He liked it, he saw it, he called it, and he completed it for 6. So right there, I knew. I'm like, this kid is special.
I've seen very few running backs in my 9 years of YSN run like Zach Schnell. Talk to me about, always downhill. He's a guy that leads with his pads, but he is quicker than you think he is on film. Talk to me about what you have in your senior.
Well, Zachary is such a deceptive athlete because you see him and, he's 6'1", he's 200 pounds, but he can dunk a basketball. He's got fantastic hands. He can throw, he can catch, he can run, he's strong. So he brings an element to the game that not a lot of running backs have because he's so diverse. When we're in 5 wide, he's split out because he's another receiver for us. If he gets in the open field, you're not catching him because he does have that kind of burst. Yeah. But if he has to run between the tackles and lower his shoulder pads and run somebody over, he's not afraid to do that either. So to me, he's kind of the complete back. And, he so patiently waited his turn last year and did all the dirty work for Owen on all the kick out blocks and all the ISO blocks and all the leads and, quietly rushed for 600 yards and about, a dozen touchdowns or so. Knowing that this year was going to be his year. He did what he needed to do for us to be successful, knowing that his turn was coming, and I'm just really proud of him and the way he's evolved and the way he's capitalizing on his opportunity this year.
And last but certainly not least, let's talk about your linemen. I mean, the beginning of the season, it was all the chatter of what you lost. You lost your entire front line, and then these guys come up, and you guys turn into one of the best rushing teams in the entire league. Talk to me about how proud you are of the big boys up front.
Oh, I mean, that's, it all starts up there. And for those guys, I think it all started in the weight room. And that group in particular devoted their off seasons to the weight room. Some of them wrestled just so they could be better with their hands and with leverage. So again, running the same system for so many years, the same play calls and understanding so now they're at that point where they're just reacting, they're just playing, and they don't have to think a whole lot. And when they do have to problem solve on their own, they're capable of doing that as well, because again, we've run this for so long, and we've got great coaches who put them in an opportunity to be successful. So, for them, it was a long journey, waiting their turn. A lot of them playing JV as freshmen, sophomores, maybe even juniors. But it prepared them for this season and when their opportunity to play on Friday nights came.
And then one last question for you. I know how involved you are at the little Bulldog level. To see the success that you saw this year, what does it mean to the future of East Palestine football?
I mean, I think that's the way that small school football is built. And again, I go back to using that same system because that's so important to me, because I've been so many places that aren't intertwined and aren't connected from start to finish, that don't use that same verbiage and don't package things where it's easy for the kids to understand. And that's really, I took the year off in 2021 after the COVID season just because I needed a year off before I came here. And I spent that year kind of putting together this offense. And that offense, is starting to trickle down now to the little Bulldogs level. And so when I come out after practice and they're up on the top fields right outside the field house and they're practicing, and then I hear our play calls and I hear our formations and our verbiage being used at that level, it just makes me smile, because I know by the time they get to us at the varsity level, it's like the back of their hand. There's no new teaching now, it's just refining.
Coach, congratulate your mic fell off. Just let it fly. Thank you so much for taking time out. We know you got a ton of things to do, getting ready for Columbiana tomorrow night. Best of luck to you, and thank you so much for the time once again.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
We'll be back right after this. Special thanks to Michael Dempster. Back after this on Zone Coverage, presented by Youngstown Clothing Company.
Craftsmanship to us is 60 years of pride and dedication.
Passed down from generation to generation.
The hardwood floors that your kids take their first steps on.
The solid wood doors that you quietly close at night.
The things we create day in and day out are the products that end up turning your house into a home.
At Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, uncompromising quality and craftsmanship built our business.
And it will keep us moving forward for generations to come.
At Joe Dickey Electric, no job is too big or too small. We do it all. We power the plants that help bring us together, the businesses that help our community thrive, and the home that you've been dreaming of. We'll even install a light bulb for you. With over 65 years of commercial, industrial, residential, and 24/7 emergency services, you can trust the experts at Joe Dickey Electric, because we are everything electrical.
I'm Matt Crystal, and I've been a customer of Greenwood Chevrolet for nearly 10 years. The biggest thing about Greenwood that we love is you get that family-owned aspect that comes into play. We always work with Paul Kello. Paul makes it very simple for us to come in, purchase a vehicle, no different than we go and buy anything else. No hassle, no haggling, we drive them off the lot. Very simple process, which makes it a lot easier for us as a family of 6. Don't have to worry about it. I'm Matt Crystal, and Greenwood Chevrolet went the extra mile for me.
Are your windows letting in more than just the view? At Window Depot, we believe replacing your windows shouldn't be a hassle. Our experienced team handles everything from consultation to installation, making the process smooth and stress-free. Upgrade your home's comfort and energy efficiency effortlessly. Contact us today for a free consultation and discover how easy and affordable it can be.
How did you sleep last night?
The ins and outs of everyday life can be chaotic. This is how every hectic day should end. Get any one of these hot tubs for less than $189 a month. And for right now, you can run on dealer money, which is 0% APR for 72 months. Your escape is just a step away. Visit your favorite location or burnettpools.com/Vita-spas for a quote today.
You're watching Zone Coverage on YSN Live. Let's get it back over to DJ Sam and Greg.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Zone Coverage, presented by Youngstown Clothing Company, DJ Yokley, Sam Torres, Greg McAfee, and we are joined by, a horse in the backfield, and he lives up to every bit of, 6'1"? What's the weight?
205.
No. You're a Snickers bar short of about 210, buddy. You're a big boy. Ladies and gentlemen, running back number 1. He wears number 12. He is Zach Chanel. Dude, to see you on tape and to watch you from up in the box is like, it's night and day. You run people over, you lead with your shoulder, but you're also so fast. Talk to me. Your coach just oozed about your athleticism. Talk to me about where you get that from, where you learned it, and when you finally realized, like, okay, I can make a difference every single play instead of, obviously he talked about the blocks for Owen last year, and waiting your turn. But when you got your turn, pal, boy, are you rolling the dice.
When I was younger, for Little Bulldogs, my dad was a coach, but not really. He was just there for me and teaching me how to do other things because in high school he was also a running back and he was on the D-line. So he just taught me how to block, shed blocks, and he gave me speed and agility skills. And I don't know. And, I wish I was his height. He's like 5'7".
That's the first time anybody's ever said that in the history.
Short and stocky. So I wish I was kind of like him and not so lengthy. But I feel like, he just gave me a lot of wise words growing up, and he taught me a lot of things. Because being coached now is definitely a lot different from being coached back then. And I think it just helped me out with hitting the weight room, and I don't know, it's kind of helped me out a lot.
Zach, I got to tell you, if you were 5'7", that would be a 72 and not a 12. Okay, Coach would love to have you on that front line with your physicality, but he loves having you in his backfield right now because you run like the wind. Like I said, you're fast, you're aggressive. When you think about your playing style, is there someone you model your game after that is a household name?
Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb.
Yes, sir.
I like that.
Walk me through that. What about Nick Chubb do you like?
No, we're about the same height. He's stockier. When he gets open field, he runs real fast, and that's just something I look up to. And with how big he is, he likes running people over. He's able to get around people, stiff arming people. He's just somebody I look up to, and I just kind of base my play style around that.
I love it down here in Bulldog Country.
Come on down,
got the
baby.
orange and brown, got Nick Chubb. I like it.
Golly, you got a new fan. So that's good. Zach, when you think about the adversity this team's gone through, you guys start 6-0. You have a tough loss, battle that adversity against United.
Yeah.
Bounce back against Latonia last week, and now you've got the game.
The game.
Walk me through kind of how this season has gone for you, how you've gone through the range of emotions to be a better leader, to be a better young man for this community, for this program.
It takes a lot, building chemistry with the team and everything, and it kind of slows a lot of things down during the off season. Even though that's what the off season is for, is to build a chemistry. But it kind of slowed things down with a whole bunch of new players, new defense, new line, and everything. But I think playing each game and come together, picking each other up, kind of just helped us build that chemistry and made us look like an actual team and put in a team effort.
Sam?
Yeah, one of the things your coach talked about was the fact that you guys had Owen Uriauchi last year, and how, patient you were. That's not an easy thing to have when you're in high school, you know what I mean? So how did you go about staying patient and knowing that this was going to be the year of Schnell?
It wasn't really about, how many yards I got. I mean, I got my plays. I had over 500 yards rushing last year on only like 60 carries.
We'll clap for you.
Yes, sir. And, that's all that really mattered to me. I had my time with the ball. I did what I knew what I could do with the ball. But, it was Owen's year. It's his senior year. He deserved it more than I did. He's been with the program a lot longer, and he's been through a lot of stuff, and he carried the team on his back. And I just cared more about winning and, being able to hold that memory.
But this is your year.
Yeah.
This is your year where you've got Batman and Robin in that backfield. You got 1 and 12 in that backfield. To see kind of the skies getting lit up a little bit like it's the 4th of July with one slinging it all over the yard opens up some things for you, young man. But there's some times, obviously, where that balance works the other way. What is it like knowing that you've got someone in the backfield who can put the ball in the air and take a little bit of the burden off you, but when it's time to run the rock, you're just running dudes over?
It's honestly great because, running the ball about 20-plus carries a game, it's kind of hard. And I don't know how Owen did it last year with him
Right?
240, but it's just great. He's a great quarterback. For how young he is, I definitely can't wait to see him play his next 2 years in high school ball.
Talk about the huddle. What is the huddle like with a sophomore quarterback when you got the experience and you're like, all right, young man? Like, what were those first couple games like for you?
He was able to do it in practice. I had a little bit of confidence for him, but just being with Owen those past 4 years, even though I didn't start my freshman and sophomore year, I was still with him. He was still teaching me things.
Yeah.
It just kind of, I still had that confidence for him, and he definitely showed he can play.
Was there a moment that, caught you by surprise?
It was definitely against Shady Side when he threw that ball. I think it was like 40, 50 yards and landed right in RJ's hands. I was definitely, it was like perfect ball placement. And, him scrambling and stuff, as soon as he sees a hole, he'll hit it. He takes his chances and does a lot for this team.
Greg, go ahead.
You guys are sitting at 7-1. 7-1 now. Pretty storied season here at East Palestine. What was the moment for you guys where you're like, all right, like this, we can do this. We can have a special season this year?
I think it would be the game against Bridgeport. We were down in the first half and second half hit, and we just came back as a team. We were there for each other. We were picking each other up. It was just perfect. We were being an actual team and doing what we're supposed to do, playing Bulldog football. And it just showed that our chemistry finally, did something for us, and we came back with the win. Even though it was only a couple points, it was still a win.
And then you got tomorrow. Some may say it's the biggest game of your career. What do you say when you think about this game tomorrow night?
United Pro is probably our biggest game, but tomorrow is going to be a lot bigger of a game. The stands are going to be packed. Stadium pulse is going to be bad. It's on the line, the traveling trophy. We've been going at it for 100-plus years. And even though I haven't been alive that long, it's just the tradition of Bulldog football.
What does being a Bulldog mean to you?
A lot. There was some times, I think it was my freshman year, I really thought I wanted to go play for another team. But Coach Dempster being a new coach, I knew it wasn't going to be easy and everything, and I trusted his work. And he's a great guy. He always kept me playing football. He always told me I was going to get the opportunity. And senior year, I'm finally getting that opportunity.
What would senior Zach tell freshman Zach?
Stop doing stupid stuff.
Greg?
When you talk about this game tomorrow night, obviously the stands packed and everything like that. And with you guys having a special season, you've seen that community support. The stands are packed every Friday. What does that do for you guys as a team? Just having that energy behind you in the
gives us a lot of confidence. We come out, we're fired up. Even when prayer. When we pray before the game, up in the locker room, there's still energy. Like, you can just feel it around everybody. It's there in that group of our football team. And just think, them being right there and cheering us on, it definitely, we thrive off that, and it makes us a better team.
Well, everybody better get a good look at the front of the jersey, because tomorrow night I got a feeling all you're going to see is the back of it heading towards the paint. Zach, thank you so much for taking some time out. Congratulations on an awesome year, accolades, and more to come, I'm sure. Just way to be a Bulldog, way to represent the community in this program.
Thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zach Chanel. Back after this with more Zone coverage right here on YSN.
Craftsmanship to us is 60 years of pride and dedication.
Passed down from generation to generation.
The hardwood floors that your kids take their first steps on.
The solid wood doors that you quietly close at night.
The things we create day in and day out are the products that end up turning your house into a home.
At Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, uncompromising quality and craftsmanship built our business.
And it will keep us moving forward for generations to come.
At Joe Dickey Electric, no job is too big or too small. We do it all. We power the plants that help bring us together, the businesses that help our community thrive, and the home that you've been dreaming of. We'll even install a light bulb for you. With over 65 years of commercial, industrial, residential, and 24/7 emergency services, you can trust the experts at Joe Dickey Electric, because we are everything electrical.
I'm Matt Crystal, and I've been a customer of Greenwood Chevrolet for nearly 10 years. The biggest thing about Greenwood that we love is you get that family-owned aspect that comes into play. We always work with Paul Kello. Paul makes it very simple for us to come in, purchase a vehicle, no different than we go and buy anything else. No hassle, no haggling, we drive them off the lot. Very simple process, which makes it a lot easier for us as a family of 6. Don't have to worry about it. I'm Matt Crystal, and Greenwood Chevrolet went the extra mile for me.
Are your windows letting in more than just the view? At Window Depot, we believe replacing your windows shouldn't be a hassle. Our experienced team handles everything from consultation to installation, making the process smooth and stress-free. Upgrade your home's comfort and energy efficiency effortlessly. Contact us today for a free consultation and discover how easy and affordable it can be.
And welcome back to Zone Coverage on YSN Live, brought to you by Youngstown Clothing Company. Now back to DJ, Sam, and Greg.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Zone Coverage, presented by Youngstown Clothing Company. DJ, Sam, Greg. We are joined by a senior captain. What'd I do?
No, we were inside joke.
Wait till the picks.
I always do. We are joined now by senior captain, thanks to Zach Chanel and to Coach for coming out earlier.
Yep.
Now we are joined by another captain. Ladies and gentlemen, Avery Klingensmith. No, wait. Did I get it right?
Yeah.
I nailed it. I had second thoughts on the back end, and I was like, I got to Klingen. I was like, I'm good.
You got it.
You said, Avery, that you've been playing since Bantam and Little Bulldogs. For you, this must be a dream come true with the season you guys are having, being the senior captain. What's it been like?
It's been kind of crazy. Every year that I've played, haven't really had such a winning,
season.
Season. Because last year I got hurt, so I only played one game.
Ah.
And then, So I had to watch everything from the sideline. It's kind of crappy, but
Yeah.
I love to see him win.
What did you learn from the sidelines about the team, about yourself?
I learned that keeping the energy levels high in the sideline helps keep it high in the field because, when starters are coming on and off between special teams and all that, it keeps the energy high. So keeps us happy for it.
Keeps the juice up.
Yeah, keeps us energized.
What did you, from a leadership standpoint, you can't do anything. You can't help the team on the field. So how did you kind of put yourself together?
I just tried, I played water boy.
Attaboy!
Water boy, just try to keep the spirits up even when it got hard.
How hard mentally was that for you to not be able to contribute the way you wanted to?
It wasn't that hard. It was hard at first, but then I was like, they're winning, so
yeah,
that's all that really matters right now. Just got to keep them energized for it.
You said you used to be a tight end.
Yeah.
Now you're a lineman. Talk to me about that transformation.
It wasn't that hard.
Just a couple more biscuits.
Yeah. Just a couple.
Now you're at the front of the line for all the meals, right? Clark's going to take you out to lunch, dinner? What?
He said he would, but he hasn't done it yet.
What?
Well, gotta pay up.
Next week. Hey, get used to that. If you get married, it's going to be the same thing. For you, when you think about what this team's been able to do, right? This year, you're sitting here 7-1. You've got a huge game tomorrow against Columbiana with playoff implications that are all around it, where you guys are seated. What do you want to see from yourself, your teammates, your community tomorrow night?
Yeah, I just want to see us get better. You can never really get worse. You can always get better, though. So if we just get better, we're going to make a run for it. And I think we're already, pretty close to making a run for it. I think just a few nicks and stuff there we just got to pull out. But I think we're pretty solid right now.
Greg?
Just coming into this year, the conversation surrounding this team was everything you guys had lost last year, including the entire offensive line. For you guys, how motivating was that in the offseason, just kind of come together? Coach Dempster said you guys lived in the weight room pretty much, got stronger, got bigger, and now you guys are having success on the field. Just, I guess, what was that transition like coming into this year?
It was pretty good. Yeah, I watched them get better all last year sitting there. But, yeah, they've been living in the weight room, especially the younger guys on the line. But we definitely – I wouldn't say we got better. I said we matched them. They were a lot bigger than us, a lot bigger significantly. But, we're a little more agile, so we can move around quicker. We're all
built for speed.
Yeah. Maybe not me, but.
So you talk about the number change, the position change, and you blamed it on the biscuits, but I know there's a lot more to do with it than that. What's your favorite part about being a lineman, kind of, as opposed to where you were before?
A lot less running. Yeah, definitely going from running around 24/7 to being able just to, it's basically just a 5-yard block, and then you're chasing the running back or quarterback down the field for a touchdown. Then you're tired.
It's a good reason to be tired, though, right?
Did you guys take it personally when everybody was calling for, the line was going to be the weakness of this team?
For sure. A whole new different line. We had one guy who came back kind of on quotes, Ethan Reed. He took a year off, and then he decided to come back for last year. So we still had all that knowledge up front. We didn't really lose anything from it.
What did you guys learn from your playoff run last year? Obviously it was against JFK, but what did you learn from that game that you're hoping to take into potential another playoff run?
Don't take it for granted. Work for everything that you got, because we've worked for, we went from 1-8 to 2-8 to 7-1 now, so, or 6-5 then 7-1. But just don't take anything for granted and work for everything that you have.
If you could write a better script, 7-1, and you obviously you'd want to get that United game back.
Yeah, definitely could use that one back.
But what do you see this team doing? How does this end?
It's hard to pinpoint. It really depends on how much we want it. I want to go all the way, but it just depends on what everybody else wants to.
I can appreciate that, man. Yeah. Avery, we can't thank you enough. Unbelievable. Well, I guess we got to ask you the one question. Since you're offensive lineman, you represent all the linemen. What's the best food around here, man?
Around here, there's not very many good.
I know. You got the Roadhouse and pretty much nothing else. It's McDonald's.
The easiest thing to go to is McDonald's, but the best thing, Subway.
Subway?
Yeah.
Eat Fresh, what are we getting?
I always get the meatball sub with banana peppers and black olives on it.
Interesting combination.
You taking notes over there, Clarky? For his order, because it's next
we're going
week,
to somewhere
right?
fancy if he's taking it.
Oh, okay.
He's taking me like some Buffalo Wild Wings or something.
Be those. Avery, thank you so much. We appreciate your time. Best of luck tomorrow against Columbiana.
Thank you, sir.
Back after this with more zone coverage right here on your Sports Network.
Craftsmanship to us is 60 years of pride and dedication.
Passed down from generation to generation.
The hardwood floors that your kids take their first steps on.
The solid wood doors that you quietly close at night.
The things we create day in and day out are the products that end up turning your house into a home.
At Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, uncompromising quality and craftsmanship built our business.
And it will keep us moving forward for generations to come.
At Joe Dickey Electric, no job is too big or too small. We do it all. We power the plants that help bring us together, the businesses that help our community thrive, and the home that you've been dreaming of. We'll even install a light bulb for you. With over 65 years of commercial, industrial, residential, and 24/7 emergency services, you can trust the experts at Joe Dickey Electric because we are everything electrical.
I'm Matt Crystal, and I've been a customer of Greenwood Chevrolet for nearly 10 years. The biggest thing about Greenwood that we love is you get that family-owned aspect that comes into play. We always work with Paul Kello. Paul makes it very simple for us to come in, purchase a vehicle, no different than we go and buy anything else. No hassle, no haggling, we drive them off the lot. Very simple process, which makes it a lot easier for us as a family of 6. Don't have to worry about it. I'm Matt Crystal, and Greenwood Chevrolet went the extra mile for me.
Are your windows letting in more than just the view? At Window Depot, we believe replacing your windows shouldn't be a hassle. Our experienced team handles everything from consultation to installation, making the process smooth and stress-free. Upgrade your home's comfort and energy efficiency effortlessly. Contact us today for a free consultation and discover how easy and affordable it can be.
And welcome back to Zone Coverage here on YSN Live. Let's join DJ, Sam, and the other guy, Greg McAfee.
The other guy's back. Greg McAfee, Sam Torres, DJ Yoakley with you. Zone Coverage. Of course, Rob Johnson, by the way. Last week for Rob. Unbelievable job there, RJ. Well, we couldn't do these interviews without doing this one because this young man has been a standout athlete since I've known him way before YSN. And then he captivated YSN when he was 8 years old. Buzzer beater shot, EPYSA, drains it.
Forever ago now.
Runs for 30 points one game and then throws it into the stands and his dad just throws up 30. And if you watch real close, and I mean real close, you will see this guy before every broadcast YSN does in the opener at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, I believe, putting up that J. Ladies and gentlemen, QB1, number 1, Clark the Diesel Rutledge.
Thank you for having me.
Buddy, it's great to have you. And congratulations on what a freaking year. But can we just start there?
Thank you.
And nobody saw you coming, except for you, I'm pretty sure. You always had belief that this is the way that you wanted to start things out. Could you have, I mean, we talked to Avery about writing a script. Could you have written a better script for your sophomore campaign?
I don't think I could have, no.
What has it been like?
I mean, it's been, I hate to use the same word that they all used over there, crazy, but I mean, it is. But, everyone just believed from the first day, and we can't get enough. Everyone just wants it all for each other.
Coach was talking about getting you confidence with some short throws and some 100%ers, and you're going deep. Talk to me about the confidence that you have, not only in yourself, but in your teammates.
I mean, it's not even just the confidence I have in my boys, but they have confidence in me. We've been doing this since my 7th grade year, just working out together constantly in the morning, late at night, doing it all together, and we've always been working on those little things that not very much people see.
There's a lineage of quarterbacks that goes back quite a ways. We've seen you in a picture with some of them. Everybody talks.
That's on the YSN commercials too.
Yeah, it is on the YSN commercial. NIL's coming, buddy. We'll get you. Don't worry. But you think about the guy that you've been closest to, other than your family, is a guy that quarterback. We're number 10 for a long time here, did a lot of great things, broke a lot of records, and now is your coach and personal mentor. Talk to me about your relationship with Parker Sherry.
I mean, just from day one, he's always been supporting me, and it's not like he chose this for me. I wanted quarterback. I wanted this from day one, and I mean, he's been supporting me the whole way and been helping me and showing me all the little things again that no one sees. But you see it when it comes out on the field.
Sam?
So, you're a young guy in this offense. You guys had some great success last year, but you guys ran the ball. And you guys ran the ball a little bit more than average last year. So coming in this year as a quarterback, how was your mindset before you found out you were going to be throwing the ball as much as you have this year?
I mean, I was ready for whatever coach wanted me to do. We got big boys up front, and we got a big old running back over there too. So I was ready for whatever he needed me to do, and if that was running the ball, I didn't think it was going to be as much as Owen, obviously. But
you need some of those biscuits that Avery had. Well, when you're thinking about going into this year, right? Mm-hmm. Did you expect the success that you've had? I mean, I believe over 1,000 yards through the air so far. Mm-hmm. And then, I mean, you ran the ball a lot at the beginning, and then I think they figured out, hey, we should probably keep this guy around. So let's just keep him kind of contained between the tackles and let him sling it around like Peyton Manning. What's it been like for you, man? I mean, could you have put a pin on this at the beginning and said, hey, this is the way it's going to go?
No, but I did have belief in myself, and I think everyone had belief in me that I could do what I'm doing right now. And it's no thanks to everyone else on the team. There's no way I have any of those passing yards without the linemen blocking for me every play, and there's no way I get them without the receivers getting their yards after catch and all of that. But they all set me up perfectly.
Okay.
We had Coach on earlier, and obviously we were talking about the relationship he's built with you and how you've, throughout this year, have kind of suggested plays to him.
Yeah.
First time you ever did it, you threw for 6.
Yeah.
What's kind of going through your mind in that? Like, what did you see that allowed you to give you that confidence to go out there and say, Coach, this is what we need to run right now?
I don't. It's just kind of developed over the season, like you said. I don't think. I think he has enough confidence in me to where if I see something that I think he wants to go after it too. So we're basically on the same page most of the time.
Tomorrow night, you take on Columbiana. Yep. I know that you've waited a long time for this. I was talking to a guy you're pretty close to on the phone the other day, and he reminded me that you were a water boy when Columbiana really stuck to East Palestine a few years ago, and you came home with tears in your eyes and said, that's never going to happen to me. Walk me through what's going through your mind right now, thinking about taking on that team in red tomorrow night here, 7 p.m. at Reed Memorial.
I'm just excitement, honestly. I'm just ready to go. We played them last year, and we had a good game, and we all worked together the whole game, and I came out and prevailed, but got to do the same thing tomorrow.
Are you going to stay away from the flag, or how? Inside joke. But you're thinking about tomorrow night, right? Last year, everybody said it. It was for Owen. It was for the seniors.
Yep.
Tomorrow, who's it for?
The community, and I mean, again, the seniors. I want them to go out with a bang, honestly. So we got one more week, and then we got the playoffs, but nothing better than being able to have those bragging rights and holding that trophy.
When you think about the potential of this team and a playoff run in a 12-team system this year?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this year.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts? Like, do you see yourself, hey, guys, we can go on a run here in D7?
For sure. The potential for this team is beyond what everyone thinks, honestly. This team, I wouldn't be worried about any team. That's not what I meant to say. I meant to say no team should be overlooking us.
Sure.
Yeah,
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Thinking about overlooking, East Palestine, nobody knew about it till about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And now everybody knows
Trained
about
to roam at
Yeah,
town.
everybody knows about East Palestine. But when you're thinking about, like, we talk about A.J. Pearson, we talk about Nick Toy, we talk about all these guys, Zippolita, we talk about all these sophomore quarterbacks that are around this area, and Clark Rutledge's name never seems to surface on a lot of those mediums. Do you take that personally? Do you even care? Do you read those clippings? And does that drive you if you do?
I mean, a little bit, but it's just another chip on the shoulder for me. I don't take too much into it, but it's just another chip on the shoulder that I keep working for.
Sam?
So I'm going to ask you a situation here. This has been my thing for quarterbacks, all right? So it's the end of the game. It's all tied up. You got the ball in your hands. 10 yards. That's what you need to win.
Yep.
You want to throw the ball. You want to run that ball in. What's your choice?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I want to throw.
There it is.
All right. Let's get on nitty gritty, because I know you, and I know you very well. One of the things I'm most proud of is your faith. And I've heard about some of the things that you've been doing. You've been digging into the Bible. You've been digging into Scripture. Why is faith so important to you in the position you play and the position you have in the community?
I'm nothing without God. That's all I'll say. And I think everyone in our team has also. It's just so cool to see. Nate Mead, he's our kicker. He leads the prayer before every game, and we get out here on the field and we get a prayer together. And I mean, everyone gets in it. It's not like everyone's straggling around. It's just so cool to see everyone get in the prayer, and it's awesome.
Do you have a scripture that's been speaking to you this year?
Not really, no.
No? Okay. Thought there was one. Maybe not. Bad info, bad sources.
Well, what do you mean? Like, what is that?
Dad told me that there's one particular one that really spoke to you. I know I'm putting you on the spot. It's not a big deal. You can answer it again. I'm sure you'll be on YSN again. You hear that? The rest of the media? You'll be on YSN. You've been incredible with everything that you've been able to go through. You know, multi-sport athlete. And the funny thing is about it, I mean, I think people would argue with me, but you're a better basketball player than you are a football player. So it's a little bit spooky to see you standing out in football the way you do, knowing what's coming in about, probably, what week is it, 9?
9.
Hopefully for you, about 8 weeks. How do you make that jump from football to basketball?
I mean, it won't be easy, but probably gonna need maybe a day, just a day,
just 24 hours.
I might just need a day just to recover, and then I'll be good. I'll be right back at it.
Talk to me about the family, man. I mean, I know that there's going to be a ton of them in town tomorrow to watch you play. They're always having your back. What does it mean to have that family? I know I asked in your first interview, but I mean, through 8 weeks, could be a little different.
Again, I mean, just as much as God, I'm nothing without them and teammates, but my family, they've just been supporting me since day one, and whatever I wanted to do, they were right there with me. Whatever I saw in my future, they wanted it for me.
You got another one? No. Okay. Oh, yeah. You blew it! Clark, we can't thank you enough. And by the way, how long the Diesel moniker has been around? Longer than YSN, way longer. Where'd you get that?
I think I was like a baby, and I was a train.
Why is it always a train here?
I didn't stop moving. I kept running everywhere. Apparently, I had a backpack with like a strap on it. They had to keep me contained. I was like, geez, there was no way I was that bad.
This is the only train that matters in East Palestine. That's what we're doing. We're taking it back.
And finally, while we're taking a jog down memory lane, was there anybody that visited you as a child who you'd like to shout out at this moment who might be wrapping up his career?
Oh, John Cena. Crazy. He was just at my doorstep one day.
All right. We'll get to that later. That'll do it. Clark, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more Zone coverage right after this.
Craftsmanship to us is 60 years of pride and dedication.
Passed down from generation to generation.
The hardwood floors that your kids take their first steps on.
The solid wood doors that you quietly close at night.
The things we create day in and day out are the products that end up turning your house into a home.
At Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, uncompromising quality and craftsmanship built our business.
And it will keep us moving forward for generations to come.
At Joe Dickey Electric, no job is too big or too small. We do it all. We power the plants that help bring us together, the businesses that help our community thrive, and the home that you've been dreaming of. We'll even install a light bulb for you. With over 65 years of commercial, industrial, residential, and 24/7 emergency services, you can trust the experts at Joe Dickey Electric because we are everything electrical.
I'm Matt Crystal, and I've been a customer of Greenwood Chevrolet for nearly 10 years. The biggest thing about Greenwood that we love is you get that family-owned aspect that comes into play. We always work with Paul Kello. Paul makes it very simple for us to come in, purchase a vehicle, no different than we go and buy anything else. No hassle, no haggling, we drive them off the lot. Very simple process, which makes it a lot easier for us as a family of 6. Don't have to worry about it. I'm Matt Crystal, and Greenwood Chevrolet went the extra mile for me.
Are your windows letting in more than just the view? At Window Depot, we believe replacing your windows shouldn't be a hassle. Our experienced team handles everything from consultation to installation.
Am I on?
Now back to DJ.
Am I on? I can't see anything, Rob.
You're on. You're on.
All right, we're on. Hey, welcome back to Zone Coverage presented by Youngstown Clothing Company. DJ Yoakley with you. It's time for the Perfect Pass presented by Window Depot and Home Team. And we are here with a few frozen bulldogs who are going to be slinging this rock. And oh, he's not cold. He's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded, like my buddy Andy Hake always says, cold-blooded. Clark Rutledge is going to start, and QB1 trying to put that ball through that hole at the bottom of the Perfect Pass, and he gets one attempt for up to $500 off a new set of windows for your parents. So I'm sure Mom and Dad would be real appreciative if you can get it. You ready to go?
Why do I gotta go first?
No pressure. Your dad's just standing right over there.
Yep.
All right, Clark, here we go. Whoa. QB1 is off the mark. All right. Zach Chanel, the running back. Now, Columbiana's taking notes and seeing if there's any chance of a halfback toss pass for tomorrow. So here we go. Zach Chanel. Yeah, go ahead.
That was on the tape.
Oh, here we go.
Oh! That is a
0
strategy.
for 2 are the Bulldogs.
Yes. Every week it's changed.
Avery trying to represent EP here. Oh! Well, 0 for 3 are the Bulldogs. Hopefully they don't go 0 for 3 tomorrow. But we're all going home winners because each of them will receive a coupon for up to $500 off of their next windows, thanks to our friends at Window Depot and Home Team. So congratulations, guys. Best of luck to all of you. We appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by. And we will be back right here with more zone coverage and our picks live from East Palestine, Ohio, baby. Let's go.
Craftsmanship to us is 60 years of pride and dedication.
Passed down from generation to generation.
The hardwood floors that your kids take their first steps on.
The solid wood doors that you quietly close at night.
The things we create day in and day out are the products that end up turning your house into a home.
At Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, uncompromising quality and craftsmanship built our business.
And it will keep us moving forward for generations to come.
At Joe Dickey Electric, no job is too big or too small. We do it all. We power the plants that help bring us together, the businesses that help our community thrive, and the home that you've been dreaming of. We'll even install a light bulb for you. With over 65 years of commercial, industrial, residential, and 24/7 emergency services, you can trust the experts at Joe Dickey Electric because we are everything electrical.
I'm Matt Crystal, and I've been a customer of Greenwood Chevrolet for nearly 10 years. The biggest thing about Greenwood that we love is you get that family-owned aspect that comes into play. We always work with Paul Kello. Paul makes it very simple for us to come in, purchase a vehicle, no different than we go and buy anything else. No hassle, no haggling. We drive them off the lot. Very simple process, which makes it a lot easier for us as a family of 6. Don't have to worry about it. I'm Matt Crystal, and Greenwood Chevrolet went the extra mile for me.
Are your windows letting in more than just the view? At Window Depot, we believe replacing your windows shouldn't be a hassle. Our experienced team handles everything from consultation to installation, making the process smooth and stress-free. Upgrade your home's comfort and energy efficiency effortlessly. Contact us today for a free consultation and discover how easy and affordable it can be.
Family owned and operated since 1979. How did you sleep last night?
The ins and outs of everyday life can be chaotic. This is how every hectic day should end. Get any one of these hot tubs for less than $189 a month. And for right now, you can run on dealer money, which is 0% APR for 72 months. Your escape is just a step away. Visit your favorite location or burnettpools.com/Vita-Spas for a quote today.
As Comco celebrated 70 years in 2022, we have much to be thankful for. We are proud of the Comco culture as we serve our customers with Comco Care with our premier customer service, quality parts, and on-time delivery. The partnerships we have with our customers and our community are second to none. We thank you for your continued support. We are proud to be part of this community and will continue to offer great jobs for great people.
From Gia's to Giangelo's, we sure have grown over the years, but what hasn't changed is our appreciation for you. Thanks for choosing Giangelo's, and here's to many more years of great food and great time.
And welcome back to Zone Coverage here on YSN Live. Brought to you by the Youngstown Clothing Company. Now back to DJ, Sam, and the other guy, Greg McAfee.
The other guy is
The
back.
other guy is winning.
Maybe he's just the guy. Welcome back to Zone Coverage presented by Youngstown Clothing Company, DJ Oakley, Sam Torres, and the other guy, Greg McAfee, as well as Rob Johnson. Rojo, again, with his last show, he's moving around. We can't see him because it's just absolutely dark behind these lights.
He's just moving like a ghost back there.
And it is freezing here, so we're going to be cooking through these tonight. So hold on to your hats, boys. I can literally feel my voice trembling because it's shaking. All right, you know the deal. Craig has the lead. I'm in second. Sam's in third, but not by much.
The greatest comeback of all time coming up. 2 weeks, baby.
You've been saying that for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
We have the perfect pass. Get ready for the perfect picks.
Wasn't that supposed to be like week 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want
It's getting a little late.
I didn't want to, start doing perfect and then scare these guys off yet. So now they got only one show left. I'm going perfect this week. I'm showing my real football that I know ball, like the kids say.
We will be in Mineral Ridge next week with the Andy Hake, the real American. So
can't wait.
Boy,
Hake-a-mania.
Brother. All right, let's start. Austintown Fitch and Boardman. 6-1 Fitch taking on 4-4 Boardman, and Fitch by 24. Sam.
Yeah, I like Austintown Fitch. I've liked them all year. I mean, this is not a slight against Boardman, but I think Austintown Fitch is ready to go. It's too close to playoffs to let off the gas now, so give me Fitch and the points.
Really like Fitch. Really like the season they've put together. They obviously have a great team. 2 really talented running backs in the backfield. 24 points against a Boardman team that, they're going to be, they control their own destiny in the playoffs. They're right on the playoff bubble. I think they're going to be a motivated team. I don't know if they'll be able to get the W in this game, but I'm going to pick them to cover the points. So give me Boardman and the points.
I'm hearing Boardman's getting healthy this week. They've got players coming back that haven't played in perhaps a little over a month or so. So Fitch is good, though.
Fitch is very good.
DeAndre Richard is the
Junie
best
Higgs.
bats we've
Junie
seen
Higgs
in
is
a
good,
long
too.
time. Yeah, Junie Higgs. Was it? I'm going to mess his name up because he put him in the back of my mind. It's Callagher, right? But he said it was something different. Callagher?
Yeah, I think so.
Colin is going
That was a couple weeks ago.
He's going to make a big impact. And I'll tell you what, man, I don't like the spread, but I'm going to take Fitch anyway, just because I think it's personal this year for Fitch. So, sorry, Boardman. I know you don't like it. 4-4 Beaver. I almost made it. I almost made the entire show. 4-4 Beaver taking on 3-5 Quaker Valley. No spread. I'm taking Beaver. Sam?
Beaver.
Give me the Bobcats. Last one this year, though. Just saying.
Bobcats, you say. 3-5 Bedford taking on 5-3 Youngstown East. Wait, I missed one. Sorry.
You skipped the other Beaver.
4-4 Beaver Local taking on 0-8 Cambridge. Beaver Local by 31.
That's a lot of points. Beaver Local's very good. Cambridge, not so good. It's a high spread. I'm going to go Beaver and the points. I talked myself out of it. Give me Beaver Local.
Yeah, give me Beaver Local and the points. I like this one.
Nothing against Beaver Local, but I'm behind. 31. Oh, I'm taking Beaver Local too. Dang it. I got to catch up. 3-5 Bedford. Now, against 5-3 Youngstown East. East by 1. Pick 'em, boys.
East has really hit a stride since that loss to Holland. I'm pretty sure they won their last 2 games. They're really having a good season. It's their last year. Obviously, merging with Cheney next year. I think this is one of those games where they come out on top, so give me East.
Yeah, I mean, they've got East by 1. I think the fact that this is their final year of East football is good for at least a touchdown, so give me East.
This one's going to get interesting. 8-0 Canfield. 2-6 Howland. Oh, I'm taking East, by the way. Canfield by 45 points. 45. Greg, is that enough?
So I think this one might get out of hand and get out of hand quickly. Canfield's obviously having one of those seasons. They're having a really good year. 45 is a lot of points, and I think they, might let off the gas here late. So I'm going to take Holland in the points.
I'm taking I'm taking Canfield in the points here. I'm not Loca. I don't bet against Coca.
I was going to go with Howland in the points because I felt the exact same way you do. I'm going Canfield. Cardinals, come on! I'm calling Coach Ignazio. Hammer down. 6-2, Cardinal Mooney, and 5-3, South Range. Mooney by 17 points. 17 points. Greg.
If there's one thing I learned from that Girard South Range game a couple weeks ago is that the Raiders can run the rock. They got a bunch of guys that can tote it, and I mean that's nothing new. They're always able to run the ball, and I think coming into this game, this matchup against Mooney, I think that's one thing that will pay off. So I'm gonna take South Range, and I'm gonna take South Range outright. I think they win this game. I think they shake up the rankings in Division 5, Region 17. I think they climb those rankings, knock Mooney off of that #1 spot. Give me the Raiders.
Yeah, two historic programs that I respect so very, very much. But, South Range has dropped both of their big games this year. They're not going to strike out. This is going to be one I think I'm taking South Range, not just with the points, but like Greg says, to win this game.
I mean, there's a lot of chatter again about this game. Mooney by 17. Mooney hasn't scored. Well, they just scored 17 in the last 2 weeks of games. South Range is not a blow-by defense. No. I mean, it is. I don't know. This has to be the algorithm. Nothing against Mooney's offense, but you look at the last couple games, it hasn't been necessarily a Mooney by 17 type of, hey, we're going to beat South Range. I too am going to take South Range, in the points because 17 is just a heck of a lot, guys.
Yeah.
All right, on to Carrollton, who's 3-5. West Branch is 7-1. West Branch by 41. Man, we thought 17 was a lot. Sammy?
Yeah, give me West Branch by 60.
Yeah, we talk about teams like taking their foot off the gas. West Branch is one of those teams, they don't take the foot off the gas. Give me West Branch by more than 41.
Timmy Go-Go Cooper. I'm taking Branch as well. 8-0 Central York out of Pennsylvania, taking on 6-1 Hoban. Not applicable for the spread. Hang on. Compose myself. My body is freezing. I'm going to go Hoban. The heroics of last week really showed me a lot about this team. They're not going to give in.
Yeah.
Give me Hoban.
Yeah, I'm just really glad that we have the Hoban game this week. I know there's been questions about that.
Really bites.
But on a serious note, I think Hoban is not just one of the best teams in the state. I think they're one of the best teams in the country. Give me Hoban against anybody.
What's Central York's record?
8-0.
It doesn't matter.
Oh!
Give me Hoban.
Dwayne! It's good to see Dwayne made the trip to East Palestine. John Cena was here a few years ago. 5-3. Cincinnati LaSalle taking on 5-3 Louisville. LaSalle by 14. And with that, we turn it over to the voice of God himself, Ron.
Well, guys,
it is really the voice of God right now because we can't see anything.
Yeah, you can't see. But I'll tell you what, I've had the chance to really research LaSalle. They're a very good team. The two teams that they've lost to this year are powerhouse teams, but I don't know. Coach Cap has the guys believing they can win this game, and so I'm going to take the Leopards.
You are?
I'm going to take them with the points.
So am I.
Yeah, they lost to 2 powerhouses. They're going to lose to 3. Louisville's going to be their 3rd.
Yeah, give me Louisville.
4-3 Columbiana, taking on 7-1 East Palestine. East Palestine favored by 8. The game, the trophy game, the 100-year war in here, Reed Memorial Stadium, tomorrow night, literally 24 hours away, boys, from wartime. We got some war daddies, as Andy Hake would say, on East Palestine. We saw and spoke to some of them tonight. Columbiana is still, through 8 weeks, relatively unknown. We don't know what we're going to get tomorrow from the team in red. But I do know that the team in brown and white and orange. They're going to show up. QB1's going to come to play. He wouldn't tell you, but it's personal to him. It is personal to him. I'm taking the Bulldogs, and I'm taking them to not only win, but win by more than 8.
Tell you what, there's going to be a set of orange and brown dogs that disappoint me this weekend, but it ain't down here. Give me East Palestine to win this one by more than 8.
You know, I got to see Columbiana earlier this year when they played McDonald, up at McDonald. And they're a young team. They got some seniors sprinkled in all over the roster, and they've only improved since then. Love Bob Spate. He's one of my favorite coaches in the area. He's one of those old school football minds. But in a rivalry game, you throw out the records, you throw out everything. I got to take East Palestine in this one, though. I mean, they're having a special year, and it's not going to stop right now.
I like this hat because it's brown and white, and orange isn't in there, because actually our school colors are brown and white. Nowhere in the alma mater does it say brown, white, and orange. Just the cheerleaders. They say brown, orange, and white.
I like the orange.
I'm partial.
I like just the orange.
On to 3-5 Conneaut taking on 1-7 Lakeside. Conneaut by 11. Samuel.
Yeah, this is Lakeside back at home this week. J.J. Murphy is going to eclipse 2,000 yards passing this week. I mean, he has been absolutely incredible. Conneaut had a really tough game last week against Edgewood, and they're looking to bounce back. I just don't think it's going to happen this week. I'm taking Lakeside not to just cover. I think Lakeside wins this football game tomorrow.
Ooh.
I like Lakeside.
I'm taking Conneaut. How about that? I'm taking Conneaut because nobody else did. Nothing against Lakeside. This one, boys, could be the game of the night out in Garrettsville. It's 8-0 Crestview taking on 7-1 Garrettsville Garfield. Crestview favored by a tutty, 7 points. Is it which black and gold is going to walk away with the gold, perhaps, in the MVAC? Samuel.
It's G-Men in this one. I know that nobody has – I don't know what happened. Nobody's putting respect on Edgewood is what I'm assuming. So they're taking that loss and holding against them each and every week. The G-Men are still the G-Men are still the G-Men, and they're going to show it again tomorrow. Crestview goes 8-1.
Pretend like you don't know who Crestview is.
Well, I almost called it Crest Line because there's Crest Line, Crestwood, Crestview. But tomorrow it doesn't matter because Garfield is the one who's going to get the done.
The G-Men. Crestview's off to a great start.
I hear a butt in here.
Jake Nolan's one of the best quarterbacks in the area. We listed the young quarterbacks in the area. Jake Nolan's one of the better ones. He's a senior. He's been lighting the skies on fire this year. He's got Mikey Proctor in the backfield with him, one of the better running backs in the area, I believe. And he's got targets on the outside. I mean, this Crestview team has overcome adversity throughout the year. They came back. They beat Liberty earlier in the year. But this G-Men team has had a special season after that loss to Edgewood earlier this year. And obviously we know Garfield as this running powerhouse team. They're going to line up and they're going to run the ball down your throat. One thing that I've kind of seen them get into throughout the course of the year is they've had the ability to throw the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how they came back and beat Liberty at Leopard Stadium just a couple weeks ago in exciting fashion. And when you have a multifaceted team like that can do both, it makes it 10 times more difficult to cover. I think the year they've had is going to continue to carry. I think they beat Crestview this week.
2 words. The View. I'm calling it. And it ain't the one that's on cable TV. It's the one that's on YSN tomorrow night. They're 8-0 for a reason, guys. When you think about Crestview, they've overcome every bit of adversity that people will throw in. They have every chip on their shoulder, and they're just going to go right off. They're going to start nom right down. Give me the Rebels to take the MVAC. Got myself all worked up with chips. 4-4 Edgewood taking on 2-6 Jefferson. Edgewood by 31 points. Sam.
This a rivalry game as well. They play for the Hoadley Cup, which the Hoadley Cup,
Hoadley, not the Hoadley.
Named after Ed Hoadley, who actually was I believe, superintendent at both schools, and that's how this got started.
Boy Ed.
So, Edgewood is a team that I can tell you from talking to, various coaches and players, they feel consistently disrespected every week. Whether they've won, lost, it doesn't matter. They feel like they're being overlooked, and anytime there's blood in the water, they're going to find it. They're not taking the foot off the brakes in this one. Give me Edgewood in the points.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. I think Edgewood has had a special season. They've had a couple bumps along the way, but there's going to be no more bumps. They take this one.
I took Jefferson a couple weeks ago, and it absolutely blew up in my face. Edgewood, I got to take you. I got to take you here.
I ended up as a hype video for my pick last week, so I learned to take Edgewood and the points.
on the back end.
Yeah. I ended up. I said the game was going to be close last week. Their hype video going into that game was me saying they're going to be close, and then not so fast. So, all right, I learned my lesson. Give me Edgewood and the points.
Pretty cool hype video. I'm not gonna lie. 3-5 Freedom taking on 3-5 Mohawk. Gentlemen, I don't know anything about Freedom other than we love it here in America. I do know a lot about Mohawk. They are warriors, and they have come to be a 4-win football team after this week. I'm taking the Hawk.
Let freedom ring, just not tomorrow. Give me Mohawk.
Play the war chop, whatever it is.
6-2 Geneva taking on 6-2 Madison. Geneva by 3, Sam.
I think this is the game of the night. I think this is the game of the night on the entire network. I'm not going to lie. This is whoever wins this is going to win the CVC championship. These two teams, this isn't just a rivalry. They hate each other. They hate each other. It doesn't matter who wins or loses this game because guess what? They've got a date week 11. No matter what. It just depends on who's going to be home or away. They hate each other. This is a big game. Madison doesn't want anything to do with Geneva. That sucks because the Big Red Machine is going out there and they're going to get the job done this week.
Give me Geneva.
That was the most fired up I've ever seen Sam in a long time. And I see him fired up a lot. That was Geneva. 8-0 Girard taking on 7-1 Hubbard. Girard by 18. Guys, this is a dangerous Hubbard team. Greg McAfee.
NE8 title on the line. Girard needs one more to win their first NE8 title in program history. Obviously coming off of a huge win over Poland last week that came down to the wire. 2-point conversion, AJ Pearson right up the middle, nothing like it. But this Hubbard team they're having a special season. Their only losses to Poland this year. Braden Songer, one of the better quarterbacks in the area. But at this point, Girard is a hard team to bet against, and 18 points is it's too small in this situation, I think. Give me Girard by more than 18.
It's like 2.5 drives for Girard. I mean, their offense is unbelievable.
I think you can crown the Girard Indians as the NE8 champion tomorrow night. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it's going to be by more than 18. I think Hubbard's going to make this a game. So Girard to win, but I think Hubbard to cover.
Swerve. No swerves here. I'm going Girard. Sorry, Hubbard. On 2. We're there. 4-4 Jackson Milton. 3-5 Camel Memorial. Jackson Milton by 1, guys. This could be the game of the night. When you think about it, what these two teams have done, you still don't know who's going to be out there and what team's going to show up. What do you think, Sam?
I love Jackson Milton. I love the Blue Jays. I love what they do down there. I love the culture. I love everything they've got going on. But Soup City has made me a believer this year. I don't think I've picked them once this year, and I've been wrong 3 times. And I'm not going to make it 4 this week. Give me Campbell Memorial.
Huge fan of Brian Shaner. Huge fan of what the Blue Jays have done this year. Obviously, you can't discount what Camel has done under their first year head coach. But Jackson Milton, right on that playoff bubble, they need a win, and I think that's going to push them. I think that motivation to get in the playoffs this year in Shaner's first year, I think that's going to be enough for them. So give me the Blue Jays.
I really want to pick Jackson Milton here. I really want to. There's something special about Camel at home. There is really something special when Camel is at home. I'm gonna go Red Devils. I just think that they can pull that magic, that hat out of the.
I think it's one of those games that could go either way. It's like
I gotta fix it. Pull the rabbit out of the hat. I pulled magic. I pulled hat. That was all wrong. That was all wrong. This afternoon I said, walk softly and carry a big stick. It's bothering me all day. It's talk softly and carry a big stick. Sorry to the world. Sorry, Teddy Roosevelt. Sorry to all my American history profs and teachers along the way. I failed you. 3-5 Lakeview taking on, excuse me, 6-2 Poland by 40.
Yeah, I think Poland is really, really upset about last week, and it's unfortunate for Lakeview this week. The Poland Seminary Bulldogs are going to exercise their demons this week. Give me Poland by the points.
It's like Sam took the words right out of my mouth. The way they lost that game, I mean, that's going to leave a chip on their shoulder. They're going to be ready to go. I'm taking Vito Kamara for like 200 yards on the ground. Like, this Poland team is going to be ready to go to get prepared for the playoffs. 40's not enough. Like, it needs to be like 50.
In the dogfight, I'm taking the Poland Bulldogs as well. 6-2 Liberty taking on 2-6 champion Liberty by 35. Greg.
Give me the Leopards in this one by more than 35. I think that they're still looking to prove themselves after a couple losses to Garfield and Crestview earlier this year. They want to secure that spot in the playoffs. So give me Liberty.
I love Ken Parise and I love Champion, but I think is it Dewan Moody?
Yeah,
I think he's one of the best football players I've ever seen.
He's very
I mean, he's phenomenal. I was told by you guys early in the season to watch out for this guy. Last week, if you go over to our Instagram on YSN, you can see this kid can do it all, and he's going to do it all this week. Give me Liberty.
Yeah, I'm riding with the spots as well. Give me Liberty in this one. The Spaghetti Bowl. This could be potentially the last time for a long time. Lisbon taking on Leetonia. 5-3 Lisbon taking on the 3-5 Bears. Lisbon by 22. You like that?
I've been on the Ashton Hinchcliffe train
Yep.
all year long, and that does not stop. That's rolling right through Latonia by more than 22 points. Give me the Blue Devils.
Always.
That was unintended.
Always these stupid trains.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I've become a believer thanks to Greg and thanks to the play of Lisbon this year. I think Hinchcliffe is the real deal Holyfield. Leetonia's had a great start to the season. It's kind of started to taper off, and I think Lisbon is the fact that they're still playoff. Looking at the playoffs is going to work in their benefit. Give me Lisbon.
I'm with you. And Leetonia was in the hunt last week when they took on East Palestine. I still think a win could get them there. It's just not going to be against Lisbon because Lisbon, 12 seed?
I think they're right in the bubble, yeah.
I think they're 12 seeds. So I think what Coach Meek is doing this year is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope he keeps it rolling. I love Coach Meek and appreciate everything that he has gone through, what he means to that community, what he means to so many communities. His dad was my gym teacher when I was in kindergarten. That's how old I am. Just letting you know. So I'm taking the Blue Devils. 2-6 Lowellville, who has been incredibly impressive over the past few weeks, taking on 0-7 Waterloo. Lowellville by 30. Is that enough, Greg?
Blast off for the Rockets. Give me Lowellville by more than 30. I think they're really going to put a stamp on the schedule with this win. Give me Lowellville.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a long, long night. It's going to be Rocket Men all over the field in that one.
As much as I admire Waterloo and what they're doing and finishing the season out, I know it's going to be it's a tough pill to swallow. Hang in there. That was this very community 5 years ago, and they made it through the other side. Now they're sitting here 7-1. So hang in there, Waterloo. Just try to hang in there tomorrow against Lowellville. But Lowellville, I think, is going to get it. 0-8. Lutheran West taking on 2-6 Orange. Orange by 3. There's so much disrespect. 3. Go ahead.
So Lutheran East, even though they're 0-8, the one thing that they can do,
Lutheran West,
the one thing that they can do is score. I've gotten to watch them play against 3 of the teams up on the lakefront, and they've scored points. They just can't stop anybody from scoring. So that's probably where that comes from. It doesn't matter. The Lions are winning that by more than
3. Give me Orange. You can't give me enough points. Gosh, come on, Tim Porter. Tell him. 3-5 Marlington taking on 5-3 Salem. Quakers by 34. 31 points. Greg.
Give me Salem in this one.
Cole?
Yeah, well, I'm getting there. Give me Salem in this one. I think that, they're repping up for that West Branch matchup next week. It's right that rivalry game's right on the horizon. They got to keep the engine running. Give me the Quakers.
Sam?
By the power of Hellmans, I say that Salem wins that by more than 31, baby. No Dukes over here.
I heard that commercial on the radio the other day, by the way.
We got We'll be back after this.
Craftsmanship to us is 60 years of pride and dedication.
Passed down from generation to generation.
The hardwood floors that your kids take their first steps on.
The solid wood doors that you quietly close at night.
The things we create day in and day out are the products that end up turning your house into a home.
At Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, uncompromising quality and craftsmanship built our business.
And it will keep us moving forward for generations to come.
At Joe Dickey Electric, no job is too big or too small. We do it all. We power the plants that help bring us together, the businesses that help our community thrive, and the home that you've been dreaming of. We'll even install a light bulb for you. With over 65 years of commercial, industrial, residential, and 24/7 emergency services, you can trust the experts at Joe Dickey Electric because we are everything electrical.
I'm Matt Crystal, and I've been a customer of Greenwood Chevrolet for nearly 10 years. The biggest thing about Greenwood that we love is you get that family-owned aspect that comes into play. We always work with Paul Kello. Paul makes it very simple for us to come in, purchase a vehicle, no different than we go and buy anything else. No hassle, no haggling, we drive them off the lot. Very simple process, which makes it a lot easier for us as a family of 6. Don't have to worry about it. I'm Matt Crystal, and Greenwood Chevrolet went the extra mile for me.
You're watching Zone Coverage on YSN Live. Brought to you by the Youngstown Clothing Company. Let's get it back to DJ, Sam, and Greg.
My face hurts.
We're definitely having a lot of fun tonight, folks.
That's what we bring.
That's exactly it.
Welcome. Professional journalism. Welcome back to Zone Coverage presented by Youngstown Clothing Company. DJ Oakley, Sam Torres. Stop.
The other guy.
I can't even look at Sam. Craig McAfee, and of course Rob Johnson on the ones and twos. Apologies for that last segment. The Hellmans thing.
You just did it to yourself.
Oh, that was good. We're on to the final picks here of Week 9. I know where we were. Never mind. 3-5 Matthews taking on 4-4 Grand Valley. Grand Valley by 25. Sam, what do you think?
Yeah, Grand Valley in this one over Matthews. I watched Matthews last week. They just have trouble moving the ball. I mean, playing St. John last week, they don't get their first down until 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They only had 2 first downs in the entire game. Grand Valley's got J. Anthony Williams coming back. He's electric, one of the best running backs you're going to get your eyeballs on. I take Grand Valley. They could put as many points on this as they wanted to. I'd take them.
Battle of the Mustangs.
Battle of the Mustangs, but they're going to be blue that night.
Yeah, give me the Mustangs.
Yeah, give me the Mustangs too.
Give me Grand Valley.
I'll take Grand Valley as well. 25 is a lot, but man, Grand Valley. Matthews, I mean, better year than I thought we'd see out of them. 3-5.
Yeah, I mean they started off a lot hotter than they've ended, and it's due to unfortunate injury.
Yeah.
You lose a lot of times when you lose a quarterback that kind of derails your team, and I think that's the case here.
Small community depth is always a question.
Yes.
All right, on to 6-2 Mineral Ridge taking on 3-5 Western Reserve. Mineral Ridge picked by 17. Guys, obviously there's a lot of narratives that you could look at for this one. Biggest one, Hake returns to Western Reserve, coming off a tough loss last week against Springfield that a lot of us we're kind of going back and forth, just bright-eyed. Like, Springfield's back. I think officially. They've announced it. They're back. Sam, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, another team that I got a chance to get up close and personal with last week in Western Reserve, and they've got some big-time playmakers, but I like this Rams team, and I think 17 is a good enough point spread where you don't have to worry. There's no thought process if you're winning by 17 by a coach. So give me the Rams to take this one.
Yeah, I mean, we got to see Western Reserve last week after this show when we were down in Blue Devils country, and I really liked what I saw. I mean, Timmy Sarinsky's he's like a little bowling ball back there. I mean, he bounces off everyone. They got a couple nice receivers. I mean, they have a lot of size for Division 17 too. I think Mineral Ridge is just having one of those years, and coming off their second loss of the year to Springfield, and a tough loss as it was, I think they bounce back this week, and I think they have a big game. So I'm going to take Mineral Ridge.
Depth is depth, guys, and Mineral Ridge has it. Reserve doesn't right now. I'm going to go with Ridge based only on that by 17. So Rams across the board, sweep in that one.
That's a sweep.
0-8 Newton Falls taking on 4-4 Brookfield. Brookfield by 41. I bet against Brookfield before. I'm not going to do it again. I'm going to take the Warriors in this one.
Yeah, it's been an unfortunate year for Newton Falls. Brookfield, on the other hand, their playoffs still very much alive. So they want to go out there and flex and remind people who they are. Give me Brookfield 41.
Yeah, put the foot on the gas and put the car in drive. Brookfield's going to go. Taking Brookfield.
Any 8 matchup, 0-8 Niles taking on 1-7 Struthers. Struthers by 25 to get their second win of the season. Greg, we'll start with you.
I like Struthers in this one. I mean, their quarterback wide receiver combo is, Pastella to Pascarella, or the other way around.
I like that.
that's a catchy slogan right there. And I mean, they've shown the ability the last couple of weeks. I mean, they've shown the ability all year long to put the ball in the end zone. They just haven't come up on the winning end outside of their win over Lakeview. And I think they put another W in the column this week.
I'm with you. I'm going to take Struthers on that. And with that, we go over to our resident expert and hated person in the city of Struthers, ladies and gentlemen, Sam Torres.
You know what? I talked about it. I was wrong about Struthers. The Wildcats showed me when they went against Lakeview and they got that big win. I said that they were going to get a win this year, but it just wasn't going to happen that week. Well, I believe the same thing this week. I believe that one team is going to get their win for the year, and that team is going to be the Niles Red Dragons, folks.
Any particular reason other than you hate and they hate you?
I love Niles.
I love Lamb.
I'm a Dragon fan.
You're gonna be dragging, all right. Drag me behind somebody's car in Struthers. 6-2 Perry taking on 5-3 West Geauga. Perry by 14, Sammy.
This is a scary game for Perry because it depends on which West Geauga team you are getting. The West Geauga team that went into Conneaut and smoked them, the West Geauga team that brought Geneva within 14 points, going into halftime of that one, tied with Geneva, is dangerous. The 3 losses that West Geauga has taken outside of Geneva have been terrible. So Perry has to go out. They have to play their game. It's at West G. I don't know. I still believe in the Pirates. Give me Perry in this one.
Yar!
Raise that Jolly Roger. Give me the Pirates.
I'll take the Pirates as well. You know me. 5-3 Pymatuning Valley taking on 0-7 Cardinal. PV by 49. You got it in them?
That's a spicy meatball. I'm gonna say no, and I'm gonna tell you. I think PV is gonna win this game for sure. I think 49 is a little bit excessive, and I think they're going to kind of pump the brakes. Cardinal has struggled. That's all there is to it. They've struggled with getting guys on the team. The last I heard, it was like 14 or 15 guys on the team, and PV has been there, just not in this decade. So, I think PV's going to foot off the gas a little bit, win this game, just not by 49.
I have an inkling whichever way I pick here, DJ's going to pick the opposite.
What? What?
So I'm going to take PV by 49.
Okay, it's a good pick. It's a good pick. I'm going to take Cardinal on the points. PV's going to win. PV's going to win. 2-6 Richmond Heights taking on 1-7 Wyndham. Heights by 19, they say.
Richmond Heights is big. They're big. They got some guys on that offensive line that are 6'4", 6'5". They've got some great athletes. Wyndham's looking for a game that they can end the year on, and I think it happens this week. So give me the Bombers over the Spartans.
Give me Wyndham.
I hate you both. Yep, I hate you both. I'm going to take... man, you guys. 6'7".
6'7".
I'll take the
my kids are
Bombers
rolling their eyes.
as well.
Dad, stop that.
3-5 Southeast taking on 4-4 LeBray. LeBray by 11, Gregory.
Give me the Vikings. I think they're still on the playoff picture if I remember correctly. Need a win to get in. Give me LeBray by more than 11.
Hey, Levittsburg, I'm back, baby. Give me LeBray.
Yeah, me too. I'm in. I'm really trying hard to strategize my offense here against McAfee. 1-7 Southern taking on 3-4 Valley Christian. Valley Christian by 29. Oh, what are you gonna say now, Greg? What are you gonna say now?
Valley Christian by 29.
That backfired. I'm not gonna lie to you. That backfired right in the old kisser.
Listen, I said I'm going perfect this week. And I'm still not sleeping on the couch. Give me Southern to cover this.
Well, one of us is perfect. I'm going to go with Valley Christian.
Here we go.
I'm taking Southern. I'm taking Southern. And the points. Valley Christian wins. I'm taking Southern and the points. 5-2 Springfield. 8-0 McDonald. Springfield by 3. Sorry, Rob, I hit my microphone. Springfield by 3. Wait, not you yet.
Okay.
You first.
I love Springfield. I respect them. I respect what they're doing. I think this is an utter, complete disrespect to McDonald. Taking Springfield by 3 in this one is wild. I think Springfield is the underdog, should be the underdog, and ultimately will lose as the underdog in this one. 9-0 McDonald Blue Devils next week.
That's why you let him go first. Now, what do you have to say?
Look, Springfield won this game last year 40-0.
Oh, boy.
They're coming off of a huge win over Mineral Ridge. They, as we said earlier in the show, the Tigers are back. They're on the prowl once again. Alex Caldwell's been a beast for the Tigers this year. Marco Gentile, huge 77-yard run last week against Ridge to lead to that victory.
I don't like where this is going.
This McDonald team, though, is on a different level this year. They got guys all over the place. Give me McDonald.
I knew it. I knew I didn't like where that was going.
Did you expect me to go the other way?
You are Mr. McDonald.
I got the call on this one. I'm excited. It's going to be a good game. Blue Devils, man, they're having a special season. This senior class has kind of been a part of the Blue Devil revitalization the last couple years, and they want to have a special year. And to do that, you got to beat Springfield, and I think they get it done this week.
There comes a time in life where you have to make a choice. I made a choice last week. I bet against these Springfield Tigers. And I said it was going to be easy. I was told it was going to be an easy trip. Mineral Ridge, just right over them, because I believe in Ridge. I feel like I'm part of that community. I go out there most Wednesdays at the post office pub. Andy makes me a believer in a lot of things that I don't necessarily feel good about. Last week was one of them. Springfield, you will not see me knock you down again. I'm taking the Tigers to win this one against McDonald because I need the points. Go Tigers. God bless America. 7-1 United taking on another set of Tigers. 0-8 Wellsville. Oh boy. United by 49. Go ahead. Either one of you.
Absolutely not. I'm taking Wellsville to cover this. I don't think they're going to go out there and get blown out. I know. I don't believe it. I think Wellsville still has a lot of fight left in them.
I think the foot gets taken off the gas in this one before it gets to that large of a lead. So I'm going to take Wellsville to cover as well.
Somebody hit Freebird. I'm taking, in case you didn't know what that meant, I'm taking United. The Eagles. 0-6, Weir. West Virginia. Taking on 2-6 East Liverpool. No spread.
I can't see Weir's record, but it really doesn't matter
0-6.
because, huh?
0-6.
All right, well, that solidifies my decision because I'm a Paul Cusick guy, so I don't pick against the Potters, so give me East Liverpool.
Let me put my own spread on this. Give me East Liverpool by 28.
Any particular algorithm?
One's from Ohio, one's from West Virginia. Ohio's worth 28 points.
Almost heaven. West Virginia. Blue Ridge Mountains. Blue Potter River. I'm taking the Potters! That was awful. That was absolutely horrendous.
Record deal covered. I don't care what anybody says.
The fact that I didn't cough during that.
That's exactly it. You just got to sing through the interviews.
There you go.
Clark Lockridge.
Especially when we're bringing up helmets. Just start singing.
Dude. So just start.
Start singing.
Almost heaven. Saturday, October 18th. Work. 2 games.
It worked.
We're almost there. 3-5. We're in JFK. Taking on 3-5. Cleveland. Central Catholic. Hang on. Okay, we're good. Cleveland Central Catholic by 4. No respect.
The JFK disrespect just does not stop.
I can't get no respect.
Rodney Dangerfield's of the Valley.
That was what's worse, my Dangerfield impression or my singing? I can't get no respect. What do you think, Rob?
It's awesome. We got 2 picks left.
Then we got hypothermia to deal with. Sam's absolutely fine. He's not phased at all.
Great.
JFK.
Yeah, give me JFK not only to cover, but to win this.
Yeah.
I mean, I think JFK, again, should be the favorite here.
Yeah, I completely with Sam on this one. I mean, did you see Stephen Thomas's run on our Facebook page the other day? Oh, God. I mean, they got guys everywhere. They've been disrespected all year long. Give me JFK by more than 4.
The announcer, like Dave,
yeah,
with me. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I was like, shh. Catholic school. Shh. I'll take JFK as well. 7. Oh, by the way, congratulations to the 3-time state champion.
Yes.
Warren JFK boys golf team. Back-to-back championships.
3-peat, baby.
3-peat.
We're going to get sued. That sucks. 7-0, Fairport Harding, and 4-4, Ashtabula St. John.
Well, let's see.
That is sick hat. That is a sick hat.
How I feel about this game. So, the St. John Heralds are in the playoffs for the first time since 2018. They've gotten some pretty big wins this year. Fairport is...
Don't like that.
It's the knife in the ribs that they've been trying to get. Fairport is super talented. They are very, very talented. They've got a great quarterback. They've gone out and beat people by 50 and 45. St. John wants this game. This is a rival to St. John. They don't like Fairport. Fairport don't like them. They get yelled at for signs. They get yelled at for T-shirts that they wear to the game. All right? This is one of those type of rivalries. St. John is T-shirts. T-shirts, because you got to be careful what you say on a T-shirt.
We know one T-shirt.
So,
I'm a Paul Cusick hat.
With all of that, I'm telling you right now, St. John is coming to play this game. So 30 points is ridiculous. Give me the Heralds and the points.
Yeah, I don't think I've picked against St. John since we went to St. John. Immediately a huge Heralds fan. Give me St. John to cover.
Let me get back at that. St. John to win, not just by the points.
Championship. championship. And there could be a little bit of a versus in the playoffs, or so you tell me.
That's what Mr. Pasteur has put on the table.
That's a spicy meatball. It's a spicy meatball.
Like that.
I like that a lot. I'm taking St. John. Maybe not in a couple weeks. Maybe not in a couple weeks. I might be able to bust this out one more time before it's all said and done. Yeah, dude, unbelievable. Guys, thank you so much for coming down to my hometown. It means an awful lot to me to be able to share this moment with you guys. But before we get out of here, I want to say thank you to a very special guy who has been with us the last 9 weeks on this show. Never shows his face, the voice of God, as we say, and a guy that tirelessly sets up, tears down, drives, brings these stools, like literally everything. We would not have this show without him. Rob Johnson, thank you so much. He's not going to be with us. He has prior obligations next week. And our final, I guess you can say it's our finale, season finale of Zone Coverage. So, Rob, thank you so much for everything you did this year. We couldn't have done it without you. And we know this isn't goodbye, but it certainly is. It's sad we're not going to be able to finish the race with you. So best of luck to you next week and whatever you're doing for Louisville. And I'm certain they'll appreciate it, and just wanted to tell you how much everybody here and everybody that watches appreciates what you do and what you bring each and every week right here to Zone Coverage. For Greg McAfee, for Sam Torres, for Rob Johnson, I want to say thank you to Coach Dempster, to Avery, to Zach, and to Clark for stopping by the show today. Thanks for their time, their resources. Make sure you get out tomorrow and watch a football game. Support a local high school event. They need you there. As much as we love having you on ysnlive.com, believe it or not, it works in stadiums and it works in gyms. So get out there and support a local athlete or two along the way. We'll see you next week live from Mineral Ridge right here on Zone Coverage, presented by Youngstown Clothing Company. YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of Your Sports Network.